Hey everyone, we're back in the lab and we have our models set up from yesterday that we poured up. So we're going to get these out of here, trim them up, and show you how we make our trays. So first we're going to very carefully get this out of the model, or out of the impression, because Brandon doesn't want to take another impression here. So then we have our model here. There's a bunch of excess around that, so we're going to take it over to our grinder and grind all that off, because we want a nice smooth edge for when we stuck our tray down on there. So this part's kind of loud. This off here. So then we're going to get our bleach tray material started. That has to get put in our vacuum, and that vacuum heats up first. So we take our tray material, it goes in here. This is going to lift up, and this top part is a heating coil that's gonna melt this material. So we'll bring that over and turn it on. So while we're waiting for that, we talked yesterday about one of the advantages with doing trays versus the strips that you buy in the store is that the trays stay in place and fitted around your teeth, where the strips that you buy in the store would just go straight across, and all that material would get on your gum tissue and irritate them. So one thing I do before I suck the tray material down over them is go around all the margins of these teeth and make sure that there aren't any bubbles on them, and we pop all those off. So then, once that's done, we'll put it under here and watch for our material to be ready. So this under here is going to ripple. It's kind of bowed up right now, but this is going to start rippling, and once it does that, we wait for it to totally droop down, and once it's drooped down about 1 inch, then it's ready to drop down on our model here. It might take another minute here. It's getting close. Okay, so now it's starting to ripple. This part's gonna get kind of loud too, and I have to let it leave that vacuum on for about 15-20 seconds. When I leave that vacuum on long enough, it sucks all the air bubbles out of there and makes sure that it makes a nice tight seal around our model so that we get a good result with our tray. So we're ready to drop it down now. It's starting to droop. So we're going to move our coil back. On the vacuum, we'll release this, but if I were to take this model out of here right away, it would warp the tray, because as long as this is warm, that tray can change shape. So I'm going to let this cool for a good hour or so, so the model and the tray are both nice and cool before I trim them. So this one I did earlier so I could show you how we trim them. We pull this out of, or pull the model out of there. And then I started trimming this one earlier, but then we just take our crown and bridge scissors here, and I watch the margin of the teeth there and just trim all the way around the tray, and make sure we get down in between that little triangle of tissue. That's where some of the bleach could seep up and burn your gum tissue. So as I'm trimming this, I will put it on my model a couple times here just to check and make sure I'm getting all those little areas cut out of the tray. And make sure we don't leave any points on there that are going to irritate your gum tissue. So try it on our tray here. So you can see on here, we get this trimmed up nice and close as I can to your teeth, and down in between there and that little triangle of tissue. That's going to keep that bleach inside the tray and keep your saliva out of the tray and give you better results with your bleaching, and it's easier on your gum tissue. So we're going to let this one cool and get these both trimmed up, and then Brandon will be in tomorrow and we'll go over all the instructions and try in his trays and get him started bleaching. So come check us out tomorrow.